What is going on YouTube? As I pull up to the house bringing you another MLB 13 The Show game. Last video you saw of mine was me breaking Joe DiMaggio's hit streak record with my recreational player. I just kind of use him when just to have fun. But today I'm starting a brand new series. I love baseball movies, let me say that. Some of my favorite ones are Little Big League, where the little kid takes over the Minnesota Twins. I think it's called Ed, where a monkey is a pitcher. It's kind of cheesy. And has the guy from Friends in it. And I also love a movie called Rookie of the Year. It has Thomas Ian Nicholas. He stars as young Henry Rowengartner. And he's a not so great baseball player, but wants to impress this girl. So he has a young man hits a pop fly for him so he can shag a fly ball and look cool, I guess. And he ends up tripping over another baseball, falling and breaking his arm. Now, after a few weeks have passed and his arm's healed, it's time for the cast to come off. So he goes to the doctor's office, and once the cast comes off, the doctor notices that his tendons healed. They're a little tight. So when he comes, he has him rotate to kind of test out his range, and he ends up coming back and smacking the doctor in the face because his tendons are so tight. But one day they go to a Cubs game. They live in the Chicagoland area. They go to a Cubs game, and somebody homers from the other team. So, throw it back, throw it back. And as he cocks back to throw that homer back, he notices that his arm is like, making this kind of creaky noise, like it's like winding up. And he whips a frozen rope from the center field wall all the way to home plate. It leads him to be recruited by the Cubs, and at 12 years old, in 6th grade, he becomes the closer, or at least one of their trusted relief guys for the Chicago Cubs. So I decided to recreate him and take him through the minors and get to the bigs. What I'm doing now is Henry in the movie, he threw pretty much one pitch, and it was that fastball. So I'm going all power. I'm gonna throw it up as high as I can so I can try to get up to 100 plus miles an hour. He had no control. He was Rick Ankiel before Rick Ankiel. Those of you who don't know Rick Ankiel, before he was an outfielder for the Royals, Cardinals, etc., he was actually a pitcher, and he had a lot of promise, but his control was so bad. I think he had like 4 wild pitches in 1 inning in a playoff game. So he got switched over to hitting that offseason, and the rest is, as they say, history. But what I'm doing, he's going to be all about movement, since he doesn't have a lot of control, and I'll work on it. And then I'm going to base it off a dominant pitch. I'm not going to have a balanced approach. He's all fastball. His mom in the movie, this is Henry I'm talking about. His mom in the movie actually was a softball player, so she taught him kind of an underhand changeup, and he uses that to get the last out of the game and gets the Cubs to the playoffs. So I'm going to go 4-seamer, a 2-seamer to change it up as far as fastball selection, and then I wanted to find something. You can't choose an eephus pitch. I guess it'd be too cheese since they go like 50 miles an hour. So I chose, I believe, a 12-6 curve, just because, if I don't put any kind of velocity on it, it'll kind of hang, similar to the way his underhand curve did in the movie. So that's that. So I'm going to finish recreating Henry. Let's get the, go ahead and, okay, there you go. Go ahead and go with the 12-6 curve, and we'll advance it from here. And we'll get into creating them. As a 12-year-old, you got to go with pretty much the lowest stuff, like height, weight, etc. Another thing, I tried before I recorded, I tried to put in his name and everything to make sure it fit. I figured it would, because a guy like Jared Saltalamacchi has a very long last name, but for some reason, Rowengartner, 12 letters wouldn't fit. So whatever. I decided to go Henry and then space Rowan, just so I could fit it all, and then his last name's Gartner. Either way, there's no Rowan or Rowengartner or Gartner in the audio, so it'll just be, they'll just call him Henry. That's what they did in the movie anyway, whatever. He'll be 18, it's the youngest you can go. His number was 1, so we'll go with that. Hopefully I can have that number going into the minors, just to keep the level of authenticity up. He's very tiny, so the lowest you can go in here is 5'5", I believe. So we went ahead and did that. We'll go down to 5'5". And then his weight, with the lowest it can go as well. I think it's down to like 150. So Um, while I'm doing that, let me also this movie. I can't stress it enough. If you haven't seen it, rent it. Look for it on YouTube. There's different clips and full videos, whatever. But it's very quotable. It's hilarious. The part I explained earlier when he went to the doctor to get his cast off has the best quote of the entire movie. When Henry's arm winds up almost automatically because of the tendons being too tight, it comes back really fast and smacks the doctor in the face. Like I said, the doctor, whose nose is probably broken or busted or whatever, is holding it. He says, "Oh, funky butt loving." I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, but funky butt loving is probably one of the better quotes in any baseball movie for me. Um, just a little aside while I'm finishing up his creation. I do things pretty plain with him. He's gonna have a regular delivery, just a generic one, generic batting stance. His glove is tan with a little black trim in the movie, so we went ahead and did that. He had sleeves in the movie as well. They're gonna be Cubs colors when he gets up to the Cubs or the AAA affiliate, at least in Iowa. They're the Cubs as well, so that he's gonna have the blue sleeves. I believe the AA affiliate I'll start with is Tennessee. So, and Tennessee is like a red and blue, I believe. I'm not totally sure. You guys will see when I see when I upload the first video, which will come after this one. But basic stance and all that good stuff. Now, with the statistics, I'm gonna go as high as I can go with the pitching. Look at that fastball, 96. So when I charge it up, it's gonna get up to 97, 98. But the control is so bad. You know, I can bump it up as high as I can, but it won't be too much. But so you'll see me throwing some heaters, but also getting a lot of pitches in the dirt, going above the catcher's head here and there. But we'll work on it as I level them up. But just about done. I didn't enter the draft. I selected the team I wanted to play for the Cubs. Like I said, just to maintain the authenticity of the series. Hopefully, I'm not so good that they have to trade me. You know, the Cubs are bad. I'm sorry if any of my subscribers are Cub fans. I apologize. Your team is bad. I'm from the Chicagoland area. They're not good. So maybe I tear things up in AA or AAA and they trade me. Hopefully not. You know, because I'd like to keep this series going with the Cubs. But this video is coming to an end. I know my voice is pretty sexy, but I'm sure you don't want to hear me talk all day. This is the introduction of Henry Rowengartner going to the Chicago Cubs, and I'm out. Peace.